Hello, my name's Jason Evans. I'm the principal trumpet in the Philharmonia Orchestra and a professor of trumpet at the Royal College of Music. And today I'd like to share with you a few things about my warm up. I think warm ups are really good, they help to loosen up so you're not going to get injured later on in the day, and it's a great foundation for your practice later on as well. Seeing as a few of us may have some time on our hands, it's a good time to set up a routine for the future. I like to start off with some simple breathing exercises just to help open everything up and get into a good habit of bringing air in a relaxed way. It's a nice simple start. We're just going to breathe in and out normally, but then at the end of your exhale, I want you to breathe out again and then breathe in. Okay, so it's just. The resulting breath is really free and relaxed and open, and you're forced to take loads of air in. Next, I like to use this funny looking thing called a breath builder. If you haven't got one, I'd highly recommend getting one. It's a really good visual aid to see the continuity of airflow on the in and out breath. So to use one of these, I inhale first and then exhale down the tube. So it brings the ping pong ball up to the top, but then you want to continue breathing in and out through the tube so that the ping pong ball stays at the top. There are loads of different applications for this. You've got some little resistance holes at the top so you can practice articulation as well. But I like to do it just first thing in the morning, just like that, just to show the continuity of air. I also do another exercise that focuses on drawing air in quickly. For this one, if you set a metronome to around 100 or just get a tempo in your head, we're going to exhale for 3 crotchets and then inhale for the last one. And we're going to articulate these. So if you use 2 fingers in front of your mouth, it means you don't expel too much air too quickly. So. Okay, now to expand on that, you can use quavers. So we'll just breathe in on the very last quaver. So. Great. Okay, so with this one, you can expand it even further, take it to triplets and semiquavers, just breathing in on the very last one. But be careful because this can make you feel a little bit lightheaded. So if you feel like you're going to maybe pass out or anything like that, just take a rest and take a minute and then we can come back and start again. Moving on to the trumpet, the first thing that I like to do is get the chops vibrating. So we're going to use no front, it's just going to be the air. We're going to play a middle G and we're going to focus on making a really pure sound and keeping the air moving freely and evenly. Now we're going to add in more notes and we're going to move chromatically to start off with, but we want to make sure that the joins and connection between each note is really smooth and there's no lumps or bumps. You can take this exercise as far as you want, gradually expanding the intervals up to an octave. This covers a lot of the range and lets you focus on a smooth join and connection between the notes. Next up are some lip flexibilities. I have to practice these every day as it's something that I struggle with. There's a variety of repertoire to choose from. We've got the Charles Collins books, the Alan Vizzuti books as well, But one that I really like is by a French guy called Rolf Kanke. I apologise for my pronunciation, but for those who are interested, it's spelt Quinque. It's really great. It starts off something like that, and then ends up a little bit more like that. But don't worry, today we're just going to be doing some slightly more simple exercises. We're not going to use any tongue at all. We're still just going all on the air, and we're going to try and keep this nice fluid connection between all the notes. What we are trying to avoid is leaving the note before we need, so all the slurs line up perfectly. So what we don't want is dom. We want it all to happen much quicker. Dom. Now that the air is moving freely across the range, we can concentrate on the articulations. This little exercise starts off with a semibreve, and then 4 crotchets, and then another semibreve. We're not going to articulate the first note, but we are going to articulate the 5 after that. What we want to do is keep the articulated notes as joined up as possible. To achieve this, imagine an open vowel sound, making sure the tongue drops to the bottom of the mouth as quickly as possible after each articulation with precision and clarity. Ah, da, 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 da. Okay, so this means that the air can move freely and unhindered. Lastly, we're going to do some scales. I know they're everybody's favourites, but there are lots of benefits, including things we've already worked on today, like note centering, connection, pulse, and carrying on from what we just did, we can articulate them as well. We're going to do some crabwise scales. Now, if anyone doesn't know what they are, we're going to start on a bottom G, and we're going to ascend in G major, then shift up a semitone to return back down in A flat major, and up another semitone into A major, and we're going to carry on all the way up until we get to G in the top, and we'll do the same thing in reverse on the way back down. You should be feeling ready for whatever the day holds, whether it's rehearsals, lessons, concerts, or practicing anything that we haven't quite covered in this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you've got any questions, do get in touch, and I hope to see you soon.